Hello everybody and welcome back to another What I Eat in a Day as a fat person reaction video. Like we like to do on this channel, please put your guesses of what you think we're going to see in these videos down below in the comments. And my guess is going to be somebody claiming that they don't care about the fact that they're fat and then eating really healthily. So let's just get into it.
Welcome back to What I Eat in a Day as a plus-size girly. On the weekends, my mom and I usually get...
Just before she gets into it, on the screen it says, "What I eat in a day is a plus size girly. Trigger warning, I'm fat. Trigger warning, I eat carbs." Both of which are a bit odd to put in. And then she says, "Trigger warning, I lost 20 pounds and squeezed into these jeans." So I don't know why she says trigger warning. I imagine it's just so people comment on it. And the fact that she lost 20 pounds and got into her pair of jeans, that's great. Like, well done to her. And I hope she continues to lose weight.
Early. On the weekends, my mom and I usually get breakfast together, and it's typically at Perkins, so that's where we went this morning.
All of those look insane. Just as an aside, if you go out for a weekly like breakfast or something, and she says she goes out with her mum every week, which is really nice, it's really lovely to have that kind of relationship with your parents, then there is nothing inherently wrong with that. But do be mindful that if you are trying to lose weight or you're trying to be healthier, you can be in your calorie deficit of say 200 calories a day for Monday through Saturday. But then if you go out to a place like this for breakfast, you can then eat this surplus that you then kind of lost in the week. So if you're in a deficit of 1200 calories, you could very easily, if you're not careful and being mindful, go over that in one meal, especially if you're going out to a restaurant and you're having something like this, which is, it looks like French toast with banana, lots of syrupy things, bacon and eggs. I mean, this is like the stereotypical thing that I think of if somebody said to me, "What do Americans have for breakfast in like a restaurant?" This is exactly what I think about. And it's $15, which seems quite expensive. I suppose that's about £12, which isn't, I suppose it's not horrendous, but it's expensive to do if you're doing it more than once a week. But yeah, all of these are just sugar and carbs. I mean, the eggs on the side are really good and the bacon's okay, depending on how they cook it, but the sugar outweighs the protein, unfortunately.
This is some of their like special menu. I don't think I showed their actual menu.
Yeah, this seems quite expensive.
However, my mom and I always share the 333, if anyone knows what that is, but I'll show y'all in a minute. And we always...
Oh wow, the eggs look great. They do look shiny though, so they might be cooked in oil, which is a shame, but overall not too bad. The fried potatoes are not the best thing for breakfast. It's basically a deconstructed hash brown. The bacon looks very crispy, and the sausages don't look to be very high quality sausages, and they are covered in grease and oil. And if you get low quality sausages, generally they're just filled with kind of like fat and offcuts if you're not careful. So I would be mindful of this. If you wanted to make it better, I would probably have maybe one sausage, just because of the nature of it. None of these potatoes. You can keep the bacon and then add some like mushrooms or fried eggs or something like that, maybe a piece of wholemeal toast. But this is a huge portion for one person, but she did say she splits it with her mum, so it's not that bad if you're splitting it. But there's like no fibre in this whatsoever. I mean, a little bit maybe in the potatoes, but it's probably deep fried or at least fried potatoes, so it's not really a good thing to start your day with. If it is only once a week, it's not too bad, like everything in moderation, but I imagine this is incredibly high in calories and fat.
Get coffee, this is what we get.
Oh, more
and
bacon?
Then she takes...
Oh, wow. I mean, the French toast doesn't look as bad as some of them that we've seen. It looks quite moderate in what they've kind of coated it with. I've heard that some people make French toast with melted ice cream. That's egregious. And the pancakes look quite nice. They're not too smothered in anything. It looks like they've got a little bit of powdered sugar on the top, which is good. And yeah, if you're splitting this between two people, it's not too bad. But if you were to have one piece of French toast and one pancake with maybe a little bit of syrup or honey and a chopped banana and some chopped strawberries, that is a breakfast. It's not a very balanced breakfast, but it is a breakfast. So you don't need this and the other plate as well. Even split in half, that's a lot of food.
Like half of
And no fiber at all.
everything. Obviously, I take the other half. She likes pancakes. I like French toast, so that's what I eat.
Wow. That is such a carby breakfast, and then to add sugary pie on top of it. I mean, the pie looks good, don't get me wrong. It looks really tasty. The crust looks really nice as well. And I love to bake, so I love things like this. But for breakfast, it's kind of diabolical. I mean, yeah, I bet it is tasty, and yeah, she is doing it once a week, but she's had probably 1,000 calories in the breakfast, the initial breakfast, and then this is probably 300-400 calories for a slice of dessert as well, which is unnecessary. You don't need dessert for breakfast. I don't know what these kind of places do, but maybe if you want the pie, or if you specifically like this pie from this restaurant or bakery, maybe ask them to put it in a box so you can take it home and have it for dessert at dessert time after dinner. That would be a nice alternative, because you can still get it with your mum, but you don't have to kind of like set your day up for eating poorly for the rest of the day based on blood sugar. But it does look nice. Just not ideal at breakfast because she's already had the sugar in the pancakes and French toast, and the whipped cream is a nice addition but unnecessary.
Had some of this wild berry pie. It was super good. Then I just
Beige.
drank water all day, and for dinner we had these leftover like appetizers. It's potato croquettes and focaccia bread.
More beige, so it's just ultra processed carbs, no colour in it, still no fibre. And I know the pie had berries in it, which is fibre, and a fruit, but it is going to be full of sugar as well. That's how pies are made as a rule. And yeah, have some fruit, have some veggies. Maybe instead of having a tray of potato croquettes and the bread, maybe have 2 potato croquettes, 1 piece of bread, and then some protein and some veggies. So it does look like she's got some protein here. It looks like some kind of schnitzel, but it is also breaded and probably fried. And having pasta on top of the rest of the carbs and that massively calorically dense breakfast is not really that necessary. And there's no single vegetable in any of this.
Then for dinner,
that's a big portion of pasta as well.
My mom made chicken cutlets, garlic bread, and pasta with vodka sauce. If you made it this far in the video, you're a real one. Comment your favorite sauce.
What I eat in a day?
I don't really like sauces, but if I was to choose one, I would pick mayo. And her day was incredibly high carb. It's essentially all she ate all day. The eggs were good, as I said. The bacon's okay. Sausages aren't the best source of protein. Pie, it should be at the end of the day, not for breakfast. Lunch, if this is her lunch, is not the best. It looks like it's got some cheese in there as well. I thought potato croquettes in my mind are just fried potatoes. They don't have cheese in them. They've got spices and stuff, but not cheese. So this is carbs on carbs on carbs, and fried, so oil as well. This looks cheesy, I think. Maybe kind of like some kind of tomato something in it as well. But it's just beige on fried on grease. The water is good, don't get me wrong, that's really good that she chose water rather than like fizzy drinks. And then beige. Fried, semi-okay with some kind of like tomatoey sauce on it, and beige. So, not the best choices. So let's see what this lady's doing. And I quite like her videos as well, because she does tend to eat quite egregiously too. And I find them quite interesting, so let's just see what she's up to.
What I eat in a day as a fat girl. For lunch today, I made these little heart-shaped cheesesteaks.
If she was to have this with a big plate of veggies, it's probably not that bad as a lunch. It's pretty big, don't get me wrong, it is big, but she's a big girl, she can eat a lot of food. And depending on how she made the insides, that sounds quite gross, but depending on how she made the filling, it could be quite good if she really packed it full of meats, and a nice quality meat as well, a nice high protein one, and then had a little normal amount of cheese. It's not too bad, it is very big. But as I said, she's a big girl, and if she added some veggies or something on the side, which I doubt she'll do because she doesn't tend to eat vegetables, then that's pretty solid, especially if she's not eating breakfast this day as well. So it kind of takes the place of breakfast and lunch, which works for some people.
I've have a Shirley Temple 7 Up.
This is 170 calories, so this is a full sugar, sugary drink. And in today's day and age, where we've got sugar-free alternatives to practically everything, you don't need to be drinking full sugar drinks, especially when they're nearly 200 calories, because you can eat so much food for 200 calories, especially if you choose whole foods and you cook it at home yourself. So this is a complete and utter waste of calories in my opinion, and these generally have about 30 grams of sugar in them, which can be nearly half of your daily recommended intake. And if you're eating other things, if you're having desserts, then you're going to be going over your daily sugar intake, which isn't any good for you, and you should be mindful of that. But yeah, especially because she's had nothing of substance yet.
I did a little gardening, so I got the munchies and I made the turkey pepperoni keto bites.
That doesn't actually look that bad. Pepperoni is an ultra-processed meats which have been linked to health issues and concerns, so it's not the best choice, but if it's this or fried chicken, then choose this.
I made a raspberry Uncrustable.
A dessert, in my opinion, because that looks like brown sugar on the top, and these Uncrustables, they tickle me a little bit, because it's literally just a peanut butter and jam sandwich, from what I know. And it baffles me that somebody would buy a tiny little sandwich like that when you could just make it at home for probably less money and make it more tasty, using a high quality jam and a nice crunchy peanut butter. So that you would buy it is kind of baffling to me.
Hey, just be careful. The way things are going.
That jam looks really cheap. There's no bits of fruit or anything in it. It just looks cheap.
Someone's getting their heart.
And that's not going to fill you up either. It's just carbs and sugar. I mean, there's a little bit of protein in the peanut butter, but not really enough to justify anything. But this pasta looks nice. It's a lot of pasta, but it's got some herbs in there. Looks like some parmesan, a little bit of tomato. Yeah, it's pretty solid. What she could do instead, though, would be to maybe reduce the pasta and then add more tomatoes, or maybe add some olives if she likes olives, or peas, or grated carrot. Just add some more bulk vegetables, even something like cabbage. There are loads of options that you can bulk up food so it fills you up, adds lots of nutrients, and also still tastes nice. So yeah, but overall it's not that bad.
For dinner, I made pesto linguine with tomatoes.
Yeah, it doesn't look that bad at all.
Hi guys.
It's a shame she didn't say what the drink was. I would imagine it's some kind of sugary something or other, but if it was something like a squash or a sugar-free squash, then that's fine. Overall, her day was very carb heavy. She didn't have many fruits and veggies, which is a shame, but very typical of these people. So in order for her to improve, all she would realistically need to do would be to add veggies and fruit to that day, and it would be somewhat okay, to be honest, because she had a little bit of protein in the morning. Take out that Uncrustable, it's unnecessary and does nothing for you, and then add a little bit more veggies for her dinner and she would be perfectly fine. But now we've got Diamond. Again, I love Diamond's videos, so let's see what she is up to.
Welcome back to another What I Eat in a Day. Remember, I'm fat and I don't eat healthy and I don't eat meat. Just kidding, I am no longer a vegetarian, but if you've been here for a while, you know that that's actually how my intros used to start. Anyway.
So she eats meat now, which is nice, and this is a pretty okay breakfast, to be honest. How much cheese did she have? She had quite a bit of cheese, to be honest, so maybe cut that down a little bit. The beans are okay. It is very, very carby though, beans and pita breads, or not pita breads, and a wrap. Cheese as well, it's a nice source of healthy fats and flavour. Bacon's really good, and then the eggs of course are also really good. So there's nothing actually inherently wrong with this. The only way she could improve, like always, is add some vegetables, just to make it more bulky, or add an apple or something on the side, just so you've got something else to eat that's actually good for you. But overall, the fact that she's making it at home as well is a really good sign, because she likes to have takeout. And yeah, it's not that bad. But I would assume she has 2 of these because of how many eggs are left in the pan. But even still, it's not that bad. She's a big girl, so.
that's actually how my intros used to start. Anyways, today for breakfast I decided to make some bacon, egg, and cheese tacos. Normally I am not a bean eating girly, but today they smacked in my breakfast taco. I almost forgot to mention this is actually a
That's a huge portion of cereal. That's a really, really big portion. Frosted flakes. I don't know much about these, but the fact that they're frosted suggests to me that they've got sugar, like added sugar, as opposed to something like cornflakes. But I could be incredibly wrong about that. I'm not sure. But it is a massive, massive portion. The banana is a nice addition, and the milk is going to be a good source of protein and healthy fats. But you've still got to be mindful that things like milk do have calories in them. So it wouldn't surprise me if this bowl was 400 calories.
I almost forgot to mention this is actually a very special what I eat.
And she's really filled it to the brim as well. Yeah, she's really filled it. Would you guys be interested in me doing a video showing like actual portions of food? Because I think that could be quite interesting, like a portion of cereal, or a portion of eggs, or a portion of, I don't know, chocolate or stuff like that. Because I think it'd be quite interesting. I might do it anyway.
In a day episode because it's my motherfucking birthday.
Oh, happy birthday.
Your girl is officially old. I am 28 years old. Like, when the fuck did that happen? For my lunch, I wanted to keep it really light, so I decided to have a bowl of Frosted Flakes with some bananas because I already...
The concept of having a light breakfast is really good, especially if you know you're going out, like she's just about to say. But this portion is huge. You don't need that much cereal, especially if you are going out for dinner. Have half the portion that she's made, and then you'd be all right.
Bananas because I already knew for dinner I was gonna come to Cheddar's. My birthday tradition for the past like 8 years.
She's another one that loves the sauce. What's the point in having a salad and then just smothering it in high calorie, high fat sauces? I don't see the point of that. If you like sauce, I'm not saying you can't have any, obviously. First of all, you can do what you want. Don't take my advice as gospel. But maybe make a little divot on the side and pour the sauce onto the side of the plate so you can kind of dip in as you're kind of scooping up the veggies to put them on the put them on the fork, sorry. Because you might want some that doesn't have sauce and you've absolutely smothered the whole lot of it in sauce. You didn't even taste it before you covered it in sauce. How do you know you didn't just like the veggies on their own? Veggies are very tasty and they taste great on their own. You don't need sauces with salads. Well, not always anyway. Sometimes you do, but not like this.
Has been to come to Cheddar, so of course I was going to repeat that today. Of course, I had to start out with some honey butter croissants, and for my appetizer, I had a house salad with some ranch. For my entree, I decided
some ranch. That's lots of ranch, Diamond.
To get the ribeye steak cooked medium, and it was literally so freaking good, especially dipped in some ranch. Another part of my birthday...
She loves ranch, doesn't she? The steak looked good. Can't complain about steak. Massively good source of protein, and it looks like it's cooked quite well as well. It's not completely dripping in oil like some of them that you see. This is going to be incredibly high calorie. It looks like some kind of cheesy broccoli thing. Ranch obviously high in calorie, but it's her birthday, so we can give her a pass. And this explains why she wanted to eat light for lunch, which was probably the best choice given her food choices here. But let's see what else she has.
Tradition is having my mom make me my birthday cake. She makes a banana cream cake that literally slaps my ass so freaking hard, so I ask for it every single birthday. If you really made it all the way to the end of this video, do me a favor, go to the comments and let me know what kind of cake you like to have for your birthday. And don't be shy, baby. Also, let me know how old you are and when your birthday is. But yeah,
that is really a nice tradition for her mum to make her a birthday cake. That's really lovely. And I'm not going to say anything about the birthday cake. Obviously, it's going to be high in calories and sugars and stuff because it's a birthday cake. It's the inherent nature of them. Obviously you can make better choices and whatever, but it's her birthday, so I'm not going to be too hard on her, and we can all get a pass on our birthdays so long as not every day you're eating like this. So it does look tasty, it looks really nice, and her dinner looked good as well, minus the amount of ranch. But overall it's not actually that bad of a day from Diamond. Usually she has fast food like 2 or 3 times a day, which is crazy, but yeah, pretty solid day for her, and I hope she enjoyed her birthday.
That is everything I had for the day. Like I always tell y'all, that's enough about me. What did you eat today? Let me know in the comments. Bye. Hi guys, so welcome back to my last ever what I eat in a day video. Remember, I'm fat and I don't eat healthy.
Just letting you know, these videos are not in sequential order in terms of when they were posted. I just type in TikTok the videos and then download whatever comes up. So this, I don't know when this was. I think it was like last year or something. So these can be old videos too.
I have decided to quit social media to become a full-time marine biologist in Florida, and I leave this Friday, so this is going to be my last what I eat in a day video ever.
I do wish her the best in all of her endeavours, because she really does seem like a really chill person and like a really cool, like a cool person. I do hope whatever she chooses works out for her. I think if she got her diet under control and maybe lost a little bit of weight, then being a marine biologist would probably be a little bit easier as well, especially if you're like on a boat and you've got to swim in the sea or swim in rivers and do whatever else you've got to do. It seems like quite an active job to me. So losing weight and being a little bit healthier and fitter would probably do her a world of good. But if she can continue to eat the way she eats and be what she wants to be, more power to her. But it still will catch up with her, like it will everybody else that eats like this.
Anyways, today for breakfast, I am having an everything bagel with some garden vegetable cream cheese, which now that I think about it is probably my new favorite cream cheese flavor. It is so stinking good.
That is a lot of cream cheese, but it's not the worst thing. It's not like it's Nutella or anything like that. What she could do maybe to improve would be to have a little bit less cream cheese and then a banana and an apple, or the cream cheese with a boiled egg or some bacon or something like that as well, just to add some protein and add some fibre and just to make it more filling, because this is quite empty in terms of food and it's not very much. So I imagine she's going to be hungry quite soon.
My newest obsession has been coffee mugs, which is so ironic because I don't even drink coffee. And
That mug is really cute as well.
I recently got that really cute kitty coffee.
Oh my god. What is that? Artisan 4 cheese. Some kind of cream. Made with fresh creams. This is going to be calorie dense like crazy.
Recently got that really
And she
cute
just
kitty
dumped the
coffee
whole
mug
lot.
from
And she's
Ross. Today
That's a lot of sauces to put in one meal. That's crazy. You don't need 2 lots of sauces like that. But this chicken looks fabulous. This looks really, really good. It looks like it's cooked nicely. It looks like it's seasoned really well. Yeah, this looks great.
I didn't have anything for lunch, but for dinner I made some chicken Alfredo. If you're really listening to this video right now, do me a favor, go to the comments and let me know if you were silly. And
I wonder if she can actually taste the seasoning on that chicken based on how much sauce she's got on the pasta. And that is not only a lot of sauce, so a lot of fat and calories, but it's so much pasta. That is an enormous portion. What she could do instead, or to make it a little bit better, would be to, I mean, you can still cook up the same amount and have it as like meal prep. That's a really nice way of cooking. I tend to do that. It just makes life easier for me. What she could do would be to bulk it up with, say, diced cabbage and broccoli, carrots, peas, even stuff like asparagus. Whatever veggies that she likes, she could really bulk up this meal. So she still gets the taste of the pasta and the Alfredo sauce. She still gets the chicken. And she'll also get lots of veggies and nutrients and minerals. And it will taste really nice. And it gives a little bit more of a textural interest, because you might get some crunchy carrots. You might get the cabbage in there as well. So it would just add to the meal. In my opinion, it would probably reduce the calories and she would get a lot more. She would be able to eat the same size portion for less calories, if that makes sense. But yeah, it's not the worst thing. She did cook it at home, which is really good. She doesn't tend to cook a lot, as I've just said. But yeah, it's not horrendous. It's going to be very calorically dense, and it is, as I said, a really big portion. But she has only ever eaten the bagel today, so it does kind of balance out a little bit. But yeah, she would be better off with less pasta and less sauce.
enough to think that I was really qualified enough to be a marine biologist in Florida. I'm just fucking with y'all besties. Happy April Fools. I am not going to be a marine biologist. And this is also not my last what I eat in a day video. Tonight for a little late.
Well, she got me. She got me good. But irrespective of that, what I said still stands. I do hope for the best for her, and that whatever she does do in the future with her career or whatever, it does work out for her. Irrespective of what she does, whether she is a marine biologist or if she's a teacher, whatever she is, losing weight and being fitter and healthier will probably still do her a world of good, because being obese is no way to go through life, especially when you're still quite young.
Night snack, I had some strawberry whole milk. But like I always tell y'all, that's enough about me. What did you eat?
It's good that she had a dessert, i.e. the strawberry milk, at the end of the day. That's good, because generally they have them post-breakfast. So, again, it's not a terrible day from Diamond. Absolutely no veggies or fruit or anything in it, and the strawberries and strawberry milk doesn't count as fruit. Yeah, so I think she is on the right path in some aspects, and she could make some very easy changes and some very easy swaps to make a massive difference in her life and how she feels. Just by adding chopped veggies into her pasta meal would have made a world of difference. So she's almost there, but she's resistant to it. And we've seen her eat veggies before, so I don't know why she doesn't include them more often. But it is her life at the end of the day. She can do what she wants. But if she doesn't kind of get a grip on what she's doing and what she's eating, and she's turned 28 in the last video, so she could be 28, 29 now. When you hit your 30s and more importantly your 40s, your health issues do start coming on quite quickly, which is why a lot of these fat activists are in their 20s and 30s, because once the health issues hit, when you've got diabetes and you've got hypertension and you've got all these other issues that are making your life miserable, it is a lot harder to then tell everybody, oh, health at every size, this is what I eat, and then eat fast food every day. It's a lot harder, and I think that's why you do see them drop off quite quickly at 35 plus. I hope that doesn't happen to her. I hope she changes her life around before that occurs. But it is a decision that she needs to make. No one can force her into it. She'll do it when she's ready, and if she's never ready, she'll never do it. But that's for Diamond to decide for herself. That's her life, and she can do what she wants. But yeah, I do wish the best for her. She does seem like a really chill person. But that's the end of her video.
Today, let me know in the comments. Bye.
Yeah. So that is going to be also the end of my video. So thank you for watching it. If you've made it this far, please let me know down in the comments what you liked, what you didn't like, and what you thought of these people's days of eating. Do you like any of their meals? Because I wasn't a fan of many. But anyway, that's enough of me rambling on. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye guys!